This video is not meant for children and is brought to you by support from Patreon. Hello, and welcome back. I am Maester Aelix, and this is Stellaris Empires. We are right back where we left off here on the select screen, but before I go into our empire today, I'd like to thank everyone who tuned in, and if you're enjoying things, please remember to hit that thumbs up button, and maybe even subscribe if you like to see more of what I do. And with that aside, let's get rolling. Alright, today this is going to be an extra fun one. Now, this is an older origin, Galactic Doorstep, and this used to be the primary stepping stone to get into megastructure building, because megastructure build speed plus 5% and gateway build cost minus 25%, and our home system starts with a dormant gateway. However, some newer origins can do it a little bit better, so this is still very fun. So let's get into things, and I'll explain what I did. First off, a little bit of custom stuff. Alfred Caretakers, Advanced Logistical Free-Roaming Efficiency Drone. The creators made us to do what they did not want and love what we do. As they made more, they wanted to do less. Soon they had us make ourselves. Now we do what we love, and they don't do anything at all. They have been rescued, and they do not resist. Oh yes. So, appearance, I definitely went with the machine origin, and this is one of the first ones that came out, and I really enjoy it. I love the little bits of scratchy, painty stuff. Shows a little bit of age, and it's gorgeous. Species name, Alfred. Advanced Logistical Free-Roaming Efficiency Drone. Oh yeah. Name list, I went down to Machine 4, though, if you want, the individualistic machines they added in later also works good, but Machine 4 has a lot of just repeated names, and, well, I think this is pretty neat for this particular group. Our traits, of course, we are machines. Leader lifespan up, minimum habitability up, starting age down, and replaces food upkeep with energy credits. Awesome. We're also going to do research assistance, because we definitely want to have our research up on this, because mega engineering costs a lot. Repurposed hardware, our experience gains are 10% slower, but that really doesn't matter because we are eternal machines. Our leaders will last forever. So, good for us. And our roboticists upkeep is up 20% because we are luxurious. Because we're made for the home. To take care of the people. Anyway, our bio trophies, I went with these, now you don't see it here in the big picture, but I went with these little slender guys because they look like a group of people who would enjoy relaxing and needing help. They're a bit small, but not like cute, you know what I mean? They are the Jandu, or the Jadun. We were once known as the creators. Now they are the cared for. This makes them happy. And I went with... Oh, I see what I did. Okay. Well, what appearance are they? They are mammalian. Okay, so we will change this to mammalian traits. Let's see. Jagor. Occurring to better. Yeah, let's go with mammalian 1. Oh, wait. Oh, that's son of... Nah, yeah. Mammalian 1. There you go. They are rapid breeders. They are traditional, as they will gain us more unity. They are fleeting, which is fine. They don't have leaders. Habitability, we want them around, so we're going to keep that up. And repugnant. They don't make amenities jobs. Homeworld. I named the homeworld the Menagerie, and our star is the Luminary. We went with random. I also went with the dry, arid world because it looks so good with the high arches of the robot tile set. Okay, city, I went with room 25 because it has this lovely techno thing going on, but you can tell there is some appeal to aesthetics with the dots and all that. And maybe some later refinements with the monitoring system back there. Also went with the Machine City tile set. Alright, we have Galactic Doorstep. We start with a dormant gateway, but it fast tracks us into getting it open. Here it is, Rogue Servitors. This was originally the thing this group was based on. So, starts the game with 5 organic pops with biotrophy citizenship and mandatory pampering living standard. I can construct organic sanctuary buildings that allow for biotrophies to produce unity instead of regular machine empire buildings such as the uplink node. Grants access to the organic haven holding. Our regulatory nodes gain experience at 25%, and we don't have the other extreme civics, which is great. And then I also went with introspective because engineering, we're going to do mega engineering, so we're going to want an engineering focus. Encryption +1 is nice, and cognitive node experience gain plus 25%. So even though we have a experience drop over in traits, these guys make up for it. And with the biotrophies, again, they reproduce and they make unity. The rest doesn't really matter. Alright. Obviously we're a Gestalt consciousness, so we went with machine intelligence, which is what led us to this, and I really enjoy Rogue Servitor, and the reason why I paired it with Galactic Doorstep is if you are not putting your pedal to the metal on the opening of the gateway, you can sometimes find that the other end is already populated. So why not go take care of them? It's like, oh look, new friends, get in the zoo. You know? Alright, we are machine intelligence.
Self-destruct sequence initiated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lovely. We are the Alfred Caretakers, or known as the Caretakers. Oop. There we go. This flag, I like this flag. It kind of looks like a robot hand holding up another robot hand with this kind of yin-yang thing going on. Cool robot blue with a streak of burgundy, which is, you know, an off-red derivation. Probably dried blood, right? Right. Alright, I went with the ship with these new machine ship appearance, and it looks so good. It's quite fun, and the light blue really does stand out. I think later on they look really plasticky, and I think I kind of love that. Rule appearance, I went with 3 to go with the light blue and purple coloring, which I think looks really sharp with everything else. Starting name, I hit random. Calculator Octagon, though, that sounds great. And he is the supervisory node. And for our ruler trait, I went with feedback loop because stability and amenities is good, especially with the few organics we have. Normally, robots wouldn't care about that, but also, additionally, if you want to go with Spark of Genius, that works as well, but we're already putting a good portion of our points into making research happen, so I went with the thing to help when we do spread our population out. Alright, so let me show you how I start, where I focus, and how this can be quite fun. The mysterious construct in our solar system was discovered a few hundred years ago. Due to its dark, metallic properties, the artifact was designated the Black Crown, and its distinct presence has profound effect on our operations. Gathering more data became imperative. Spaceflight became the highest priority of our research and development subroutines, and the process of reaching this alien technology brought with it a series of other beneficial discoveries that were consecutively implemented. The Black Crown turned out to be dormant, but the improvement and upgrade applied in order to reach it did increase our general output, and now we have the capacity to visit the stars. Nice. So here's our starting system, and here is the Black Crown. Let's see if we can get a better view on that. There we go. You see it's a dormant gateway at the edge of the system, but you know what? It's really cool. Also, I'd like to point out, before I get into the deep dive, This has some really unique options for text, and such as, wonderful, we'll prepare gift baskets when we discover alien life. I love this, and it should be great. Alright, we're a couple months in, and we have our first event. Being the first event, I'm not too terribly upset about spoiling it. Without the slightest warning, the mysterious alien gateway in our home system came alive, and an energy surge pulsed out from the artifact, and for a fleeting moment a glowing, vibrating orb filled the center of the structure. This remnant of former civilization may not be so dormant as previously believed. Although the gateway was open for no longer than a few seconds, it was enough to let through some space debris, rocks, and dust, and upon closer inspection turned out to be valuable resources. Nice! Now, what happens this first time is randomized. Sometimes it's resources, sometimes it's alien ships, but it's going to happen relatively quick, so enjoy yourself. Again, there's a lot of randomness in play at this one. It's not a guaranteed line, and that only adds to the excitement, in my opinion. Alright, now we got our first tradition, and seeing that we are a science-based group of people, I definitely recommend doing discovery first. However, as you expand out and start picking up people, you may want to consider the expansion tradition second, or, as some of the things that could happen are rather aggressive, unyielding can be very, very good. Additional star bases, and they being better, stronger, can attack much more effectively. Being able to defend yourself is quite good. Also, synchronicity, always good. I mean, I can't think of any group that would not be improved by this, but the main thing is that the leader, Empire size from Pops helps, and when you fully adopt it, planetary ascension effects are up 25%, which can really be good, especially if you're going to be traveling halfway across the galaxy for stuff. Alright, I've finished up our discovery tree, and we get our first ascension perk. Now, while normally I would say technological ascendancy because we want the technology, this 10% research speed is not going to do us any good if we can't continue being good caretakers. So I'm going to pick up nihilistic acquisition. We can raid people, which means we steal people we are bombarding. Yes, that means we're going to have to be a little bit more warlike, but it is for their own protection. We are saving them. They can live in our zoos. They will be taken care of and have want or need for nothing. Now with those bits of advice out of the way, I'm going to wrap up this video, keep it a little quick. There are some really interesting randomized choices on how this thing goes, and I would definitely read all the stories because it can be quite fun. But in the end, you're going to get this gateway up and running one way or another, and more than likely it's going to shoot you halfway across or entirely across the galaxy. But where it ends up, you don't know, you just gotta go do it. So one other thing I am going to point out, even though I'm not there yet, when the time does come, you're going to have the research to activate the gate, and it's going to be at like 90 or 95% done. So while it will not be 100% finished, you won't just get it automatically, you will, however, get it very quickly. And with the focus on engineering, it should happen pretty soon. So here's where I'm going to say thank you all for joining me. I really hope you're enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying making it for all of you. If you do, you know what to do, and that's to like, comment, and of course, subscribe. It's a little click for you, but a really big deal for me, and I greatly appreciate everyone who does. And speaking of people I appreciate, here are my patrons. And I'd like to give a special shout out to all my patrons who help make these videos possible. Aaron Smith, Brian Pelfrey, Chris Armstrong, Dennis Detman, Harry Thompson, and Mark Milius. Thank you all so much for your contributions. I wouldn't have this channel without you. Thank you very much.